everyone, and welcome back as always. We're back again.
Hi.
We're going to be watching Top Gun today.
Oh, wow.
It's like we're all ready. So this has been highly requested, and we always have popular movies that we watch, but we also have a lot of like other movies that aren't as requested that we try to randomly select now and again, and we just had Top Gun on a recent poll. So yay, we're finally watching Top Gun. This came out back in 1986. And I know it's a classic. So many have seen it. I have not seen this movie. I know of it, but I am really curious because I know Ryan likes this movie, and he was like, "You haven't seen that?" Like a long time ago, he's like, "You haven't seen that movie?" I'm like, "Really?" Like, you know, like there's a lot of movies I haven't seen, but I do like Tom Cruise. I'm sure there's a lot of other big people in this that we'll recognize. And Mom, you were saying that you haven't seen this, but you've been curious about it, and
That's right.
and then Kim, I know you've seen parts of it back in the day.
I've seen parts of it, but
Yeah.
gone. Don't remember.
It was so long
I know
ago.
Tom Cruise is in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I love Tom Cruise. And my friend Nicole long ago left these glasses here, and every time we saw each other before the pandemic, we just kept forgetting about the glasses to give them back to her. So she might see this video and be like, "Hey, they're still there, I forgot." But perfect timing to actually use these glasses because I've been keeping them safe on a shelf forever, and now I'm like, whoa, I can actually put them on. Not for the reaction part, of course, but I thought that would be fun. And it was Mom's idea because right when we were setting up, she was so cute. And she just put on her glasses because that's what she has. She doesn't have
I don't
the
have
aviator.
aviators, sorry.
So I know that's
right.
fine, you know. And she's so enthusiastic and creative, and I love it. So I started laughing because I'm setting up, and Mom just slowly puts on the glasses quietly and smiles. I'm like, "Oh, how cute!" I'm like, "Yes," because I just put up Top Gun on Amazon, and I see Tom Cruise with those glasses. So I was like, "How perfect!" Because Nicole left those here, so now I could use them. So thank you, Nicole.
Nice.
So I think we should just get into this, and then we could talk afterwards.
All right.
Okay, let's do it.
Sweet. I'm gonna take these off first. Oh yes,
you.
let there be
Whoa,
lights.
boy, yes. Whoa.
A lot of you know that I keep my crazy cat beds here, so you can see Maui when he does hang out with me.
You're so good.
So-
Come and visit.
Just to have it there. I know sometimes he hangs out all the time, and other times he's like, "Nope." So I try
Not
to switch
today,
this up
wait,
now and
come on.
again. Yeah, and I had it lower,
He'll be
but then
back.
you couldn't see him depending on like what we're watching. If it's a movie, it gets really cut off, or you know, a show like he's too low or something. So we're gonna try higher up, and he's been doing pretty good with that. Yeah, when
He'll be
he
back.
wants to. Are you guys ready?
We're ready.
Ready.
Top Gun.
Great. Maverick and Goose.
Goose.
Yeah.
Oh shit, there's two of them.
Ooh.
Ooh.
28.
Oh.
Been this close before. I lost them in the sun.
Oh,
Whoa.
He's right there.
God. Whoa.
You got him, Murray?
There's so many things you have to concentrate on. It's like
Oh, my God.
to be able to fly like that. You have an enemy in the sky with you.
Greetings.
No, he's telling you to.
Oh, he's so scared.
Oh, my
Come on, his
God.
wife and kid. Come on.
Just stay with me.
Okay, look at
Please,
him.
there's something, sweetie.
It's not his wife.
Oh, honey,
oh,
steady
my
as she
God.
goes. Steady.
Oh. Oh, my God.
Easy,
He's-
baby. Easy, easy,
Whoa.
easy. Easy.
Okay.
No. He got it. He got it.
Okay.
He got it.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Thank
Whoa.
God, huh?
Oh.
Why's he staring at him like that? Challenge.
Really? Yeah.
Want to know who the best is? That's him, Iceman.
Nice, man.
That's the way
He
he
likes
flies,
ice.
ice cold, no mistakes. Hey, you need any help?
Get out of my face.
Jeez.
See you later. You count on it.
I'm taking a breath mint and been like too close.
Come on, man. That's a bet.
I gotta go.
Lost that loving feeling.
How embarrassing.
Perry. Hi.
Ooh.
Oh, I'll be with you in just a second.
Real slick.
You know, he was going to pick a girl that was waiting for her date.
Don't go in. I just feel like he's going
Oh,
to. Yeah, he
he's gonna
is.
go.
Oh, my
He was
God, he's
walking
going.
too confident. I'm like, he's gonna go in there.
Oh, my gosh.
So
civilians are here because they are our very best source of information on enemy aircraft. It's all yours, Charlie.
Thank you.
Oh my
We
goodness.
will be.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Flying so low too.
I know.
Watch the mountains.
Exactly.
Oh my god, yeah.
Tower, this is Ghost Rider requesting a flyby.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
No.
The pattern is full.
He's gonna do it anyway.
VIP. Oh, you.
Oh, he did!
Oh, he's gonna be so pissed.
That does not sound.
Oh, not again.
You made me spill my coffee.
Oh,
You were tempted to ask me out for dinner.
No.
oh my goodness.
What is she giving for us?
I know.
Oh, dinner tonight.
Oh my god.
Classified.
Oh, look at this.
They have eyes for each other.
This is going to be complicated.
Whoa. There's so much tension in the air. Oh yeah, like Meg Ryan.
Ryan, this is why.
Yes.
How cute.
Goose tells me you're in love with one of your instructors.
What?
Secret.
I love her.
And loud.
Wow.
Maverick makes an aggressive vertical move here, but I think that we've shown it as an example of what not to do. Next.
That's where it's bad too, because teacher.
She was warning him. She has to do her job.
I can't hear you.
That's immature. Oh, she's chasing
Oh,
up.
she's trying to come
Watch out, watch out, watch out, honey.
Ooh.
Oh my god. Whoa.
I just don't want anyone to know that I've fallen for you.
Ooh. Yep.
Oh, right there. Whoa.
No one
Out
else
in public?
see. You're forgiven.
Watch out.
Oh.
Oh. Whoops.
This is gonna get harder and harder.
Yeah, it is.
Not in that sense. Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. Bah. There's a lot of tongue in this one.
Okay.
They're so close.
Right. I can take a shot right here. I'm moving in. I've got the shot. Come on,
Oh,
man.
no.
Let's get in there. Come on.
Damn it. See?
Gosh.
Oh, no.
Not good. I can't control it.
Oh my
What
god.
happens?
Oh, no.
What the heck? Whoa.
He just goes into a spin?
Oh, my God. Guys, get out of there.
Okay.
Can he restart the
Oh
engine?
my god.
What the heck?
Eject.
Help him.
Goose, come on.
Come on, pull it! Yes!
He got it. He got it.
Whoa, he hit the top!
He can't. He can't.
Oh my god.
Oh.
He's like knocked
he's
out.
Yeah, I can tell he's not limp.
Oh, no.
He's not dead, is he?
Gone.
Oh gosh, no. Oh,
And to lift him
I
like
hate to
that.
see him like that.
Goose is dead.
Oh.
Put your stuff down, hug her.
So sweet that she consoles him.
Lieutenant Mitchell is restored to flight status without further delay.
Immediately.
oh my.
New partner.
That's what he needs. He needs to keep
It
going.
does, yeah.
Some people can't.
Gonna engage any time, Maverick.
Now he's going to be overcautious.
It doesn't look good. What do you mean it doesn't look good?
Oh,
It doesn't
so-
get to look any better than that. Hey, man, we could have had him. Hey, we could have had him, man.
He's messed up.
Oh,
Oh, my god.
Damn good and ready.
Don't take it out on him.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry about Goose.
That was really good.
that's good. That's
Yeah,
Way to
that's
break
good,
the
yeah.
ice there. Break the ice.
Is that right?
You've acquired enough points to show up tomorrow and graduate with your Top Gun class. Or you can quit.
So you think I should quit?
I didn't say that.
It's your
Simple
choice.
fact is you feel responsible for Goose.
It's hard to graduate without his best friend.
Mm.
Yeah, he's there.
Oh,
We have a crisis situation.
Oh,
Ice, slider.
Yo, Maverick.
Sir.
during their celebration too.
Maverick, you'll get your rear when you get to your ship.
Oh wow! 24 hours later.
wow.
They must be close. I'm getting a hard on.
They need to break it, you know, so that we were like, okay, it's funny.
Pair, 2 pair. Repeat 4 bogeys. Wood, we got 4 bogeys.
Ooh.
Wrong. Make that 5.
This is bad.
Oh, wow.
This is bad.
Whoa.
Instantly. Oh my God. No, no, no. Come on. Right on it. He's right on it. He's going to get it.
Whoa.
No.
Oh, no.
Shoot. Come on, baby.
Oh, my God.
Come on.
Oh.
You're good with Megs.
Don't stall.
Correct it.
Whoa, don't pass out.
No.
Talk to me, Goose.
Come on. Goosey's saying, go for it.
Good,
Take
good.
the
Good
fire.
for him.
Ike, I've got him dead ahead. I've got him dead
Get
ahead.
him. Get him.
On your left, 3 o'clock. He's gonna fire. He's gonna fire.
Oh,
He's firing.
oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
my.
Oh shit.
Oh, no.
Slide.
Oh, no.
Shoot, Maverick. I can't get him
Oh,
off
my
my
God.
tail.
Come on, baby. Just do it.
No, 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 no.
We're hit again. Okay. That's a shot.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, wow.
What are you doing? You're slowing down. You're slowing down. I'm bringing him in
He's gonna
closer,
do a
Merlin.
sneak.
You're gonna do what?
He has to risk it. That's what he's good at, though.
Yeah.
He only has 1 missile. Right, what's up? Nice.
Haha.
He's gonna give him the bird.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yes.
Yes.
I need to change my pants.
Oh, that was stressful.
Yeah, we're all on the
What a
same
feeling.
team. Yeah.
You can be my wingman anytime.
Good.
You can be mine.
Don't throw him into the water. Keep them. He's gonna throw him. He's gonna throw him. I know. I know it's
Was it that, or
meaningful,
was it-
but. I knew you were here. No one's there. Who did that? Who did that? Yes. Yay.
Here she is. Okay, I was
Good.
wondering if she's going to come.
I heard the best of the best were going to be back here. So.
This could be complicated.
That was perfect.
great.
Oh, that's good,
Aw,
yeah.
Goose. That is so incredible to see.
Oh my God, it
I've
is.
been to a couple air shows. They are just so
Wow.
awesome to see.
Oh my God.
That was very enjoyable.
Wasn't
That
it?
was good.
That really was. I doubt there's any cutscenes, so I will pause this awesome song.
Yeah.
The energy in this.
Oh my gosh, it was wow, so much.
I did not expect this movie to be this way. I had no idea, and I knew it had to do with pilots, but I kind of thought that maybe it was going to be humorous, it was going to be more of a comedy, but this was really serious.
Yeah, sure it was.
It was
Yeah,
very
right.
tragic, and you see how
Yeah.
dangerous this is. Like, holy crap, just watching the planes flying like that and maneuvering,
Whoa.
you have to, like, I know you have heavy training, but you have to be a certain someone to be able to do that, because the
That's right.
G-force behind everything, and just flying is dangerous on
much,
itself. Being that close to the ground sometimes, and then other people with you, like other
then the
pilots around
Oh
you,
my God, yeah.
and the terrain, and
Oh,
just like, and then
my.
when you have bogeys on you, like, holy crap.
Oh,
And
gee, that's right.
I know no one knows or thinks that's simple watching this, but I was just really
Yeah.
impressed. I was in
Impressive.
awe.
Like every time they go out testing, it's a dangerous mission. I mean, just
Oh, sure it is.
testing is.
I kept thinking that the whole
Okay.
time. I'm like, you can die at any time. No
Yeah.
matter how
and
much you
it's
enjoy
the real
this.
deal.
Yeah, and you're just training or just even having fun at one, not, just in training, like, you could die at any time. There could be some kind
That's
of fluke
right.
thing. Like, look at Goose. Like, that
Definitely.
sucked.
Yes.
He had a mechanical
poor
error, and
Goose.
he went into a
Aw.
dead spin, and I was so shocked about that.
I
and
was too.
I was so upset. You guys cried, and I felt bad.
I
I'm like,
was
what's
so
wrong with
bad.
me? Am I dead inside? Because, like, I cared so much that he died, but I was in such shock and
Shock,
upset
yeah.
that I'm like, there's no way he's going to come back. He's okay. Like, he was really, like, severely injured, and he's going to be in the hospital, and he'll be
Yeah.
okay, but maybe he can't fly again or something. So I kept telling myself that until he was told, no, he died. So that was so heartbreaking.
That
And
was
Yes,
devastating.
poor Maverick, and that was
Oh,
his
yeah.
family. He's like, you're all I have now.
That's right.
And he
more of an
always stuck
impact.
with him, no matter how much she got in trouble and got him
That's
in
right.
trouble.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
I love like their relationships, a lot of different relationships in this, but just the friendships going on. And Maverick and
Yeah.
Goose were so close, and I love how they were together, because even though like Maverick was reckless and sometimes Goose would reel him in and get angry at him, it's like, dude, you can't do it that way, like I'm your wingman. And he's like, yeah, I know, but then he trusts him and he doesn't stay angry, like he gets what he's
right.
like, and he trusts that he's like, okay, well, I'll behave next time, I totally get it, I won't do it again. But I love that relationship they had and how great he was with his wife. And even though she's like so loud and she just says, oh, I heard that you're in love with your
fun-loving.
professor,
Yes,
or
that's
whatever.
right.
And he's like, that was a secret, but he's smiling. He isn't like, dude, why'd you just say that? Like, don't say, so he kept it like goofy. He's like, you're not supposed to talk about it. But
Apparently everybody knew, even Wolfman called.
yeah, because them going out in public and driving together, and
That's
like out
right,
in
my
the
gosh.
open like that, like So it was just different back then too. Like student and teacher, it was awkward, but of course, like they're a lot older too, so
Right,
so it's different. But I'm glad that worked out, and I'm so happy she came back at the end, Charlie.
I was too. I was waiting for her
I
to
thought
come
he was
back.
going to say, I want to go to Washington.
I thought so too for a
Yeah.
moment, and I agree. You should absolutely follow your dreams. You should get the job you want and push it, like really challenge yourself. If you want that, you should go for it. But I'm all about love too, if it's real. And I'm like, oh my God, and I want you to follow your career. So I was so torn there when she was leaving. I'm like, you're going to Washington and you really love each other. And I don't know, like I get so
They can
torn
just
by that.
hop on a plane
right.
and see each other.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, until they can figure
Right.
something
Career
out
girl.
where they can have jobs closer
my
together or
goodness, yeah.
something. But I'm happy that they saw each other at the end, and it seemed like they were getting back
Oh,
together.
yeah.
And I like how they ended that scene where they didn't make out again. It was just them holding on to each other, like you're
Yeah,
my
that's
ground.
good.
I'm happy you're here, and then they just faded to black.
That
I
was a
thought
good
that was
one,
great. I love them kissing and like getting together and stuff, but we already saw a lot of that, so I thought that would be a little bit too much again to show it again.
Yeah.
So I like that was subtle and beautiful in how they did
That
it.
was.
And I
Very
think
good.
she needed someone like Maverick in her life. She's so serious.
They
she's
both were so
stressed
That's
out.
right.
good,
My
yeah.
God, yes.
And the way they would banter back and forth, and they knew exactly what
wow.
to say, and it was kind of
Definitely.
challenging because other people would be like, "Screw you, you can't talk to me like that," but they knew how to talk to each other, and they were a great balance.
It
Yeah,
was so
especially-
funny when you first met her.
Yes,
I was gonna
I
say
went
that.
to the bathroom.
Oh, and she's
Yes.
just playing along like, oh, what are
That's
you
right.
here for? And he's like, oh,
She was awesome in that, but it's true. He gets too cocky, he's too confident, where he
yeah.
has to take it down a notch, So I love how she was like a higher up that he had no clue, so he was embarrassed,
That's
but
right, yeah.
that was perfectly
Hey.
played out. I love how that played out, and it was funny too because I love how he introduced himself, and he's like, "I'll handle this," and then they dipped away, and then he had to. I've never seen that, and that was just
Oh my
perfect.
God,
That
yeah.
killed
That's good.
me. That killed me. But I like how, like, in this atmosphere, because it's so freaking scary, and even if you have again a passion for this, like, you can die at any time, and you
That's
have to
right,
make
yeah.
ways to cope with it. And I'm glad you have to have a certain personality for one thing. Yes, they're all a bit
Definitely.
different, but you have to just be headstrong, and you have to be confident. And even Viper was saying, I like that in a pilot, like he was saying to Maverick earlier on when he was kind of throwing things at him when they were first talking together.
Yeah.
And I like how he's like,
like
oh, well,
that
I'm going to be
confidence.
the best. Yeah, I'm going to be the best pilot. I love seeing that with them. And I really enjoy Iceman's character too, Val Kilmer, because I really thought they were staging it for him to just be the bully. I'm like, oh
Yeah,
God,
I
so
thought
what
so
what kind of
too.
bully
Yeah,
is it going to
definitely.
be? Is it going to be annoying? Like, they're all very smart and super trained. I don't know if they're just going to make him like a dumb bully, which not dumb, but you know what I mean? Like, just like, hey, like trying to like mess with him every turn. But
right,
no,
or
like,
cheat or something to get him to.
yeah, like I thought he was. I thought actually maybe one of them did something to Goose's plane, but I'm like, that's really morbid. So I had that kind of flash in my head really quick. I'm like, no, I doubt that someone actually tampered with that. But I'm happy that you have these great pilots, and yes, there's a challenge. They have competition there, but I'm happy that he wasn't like a horrible guy. Like, he just went by the rules more, and he didn't like how Maverick was reckless, didn't follow the rules, and put everyone in danger. But he was very smart on how he did his decision making, because when you're in those scenarios, it's not going to be mathematically correct all the
That's
time.
right.
You have to just go with it.
I like
Incredible.
how the story went where Maverick didn't win. He didn't get the top trophy. I'm glad that was the tone, that it didn't he
I
didn't
agree.
win in the end, but he did win in so many other ways.
Yeah, good.
He grieved his father, he grieved his best friend, and yet he is still following his dream.
And I'm glad that he followed, like, or heard about his dad and everything, and that was really nice.
I'm
But
so glad,
I totally agree with what you said, because it's just amazing. Like, I love seeing how good Maverick is. I'm glad that he couldn't win every time, because it shows you that, you know, humans are flawed, and you can't be perfect in everything. And it's also a lesson for him to realize you can't leave your wingman, because that was a huge mistake. And he was even told, don't do this. Don't you dare break flank, or whatever he said to have him go off. Like, don't you dare leave me here. And he did it because he got too cocky with it. So I'm glad that he had that lesson to be like, holy crap. And I absolutely agree that I'm glad he didn't win the top pilot at the end like that. Yeah. So I'm glad that Iceman got it, because he did deserve it. And I mean, Maverick too, but
definitely deserved it. Yes, he was very level-headed, and he kept.
And they were great at the end, and they hugged. And I love that hug they did, because I thought it was going to be like a little cheesy. And they full on went, ooh, manly, aggressive hug there. So that worked out great for who they are.
I liked when, God, you know, when Goose died, I'm glad the maneuver wasn't Maverick's fault. The one time it wasn't his fault.
Yes.
You know, tragedy happened, but I'm glad it didn't happen, you know.
I'm still shocked by that. Me too. I'm really happy that was the case, and it's like off record. It sucks because it can't happen with technical issues, and that was a major one. And I can't get that out of my head when he ejected. Like, he tried, and just being in that scenario, and you're in a dead spin, and, you know, just the G-force, I guess, alone is just so out of control that you can't even focus to, or even like have the strength.
He was just having a hard time getting it.
And once you do, just the way he was spinning and stuff, and the shield thing came off, and he was ejected, he just hit right into it, and or maybe it got snagged or something when it was popping off. It was so sad. And just when he was like, you gotta let him go, it had so many meanings there. Like, I can't let him go, and like physically let him go. And
because it just happened, and it's like, I don't want to let him go. Yeah, it's just too quick to. He just didn't want to let him go. Exactly. He wants to mourn his friend.
Yeah. You're like in shock at that point, like you realize. And I kept saying, like, he's gravely injured, but he's okay. Like, they can get him there. And then I'm still in denial at that point, but when I really started thinking, like, holy crap, maybe he did die, was when he was getting pulled up, and he was just like,
I know, like that's such a sad.
Because I don't know how
they have to get him up.
Yeah, because I don't know how they would handle that if, say, he was just injured badly. I don't know if they would bring down a bed and then like pull him up that way. I don't know how that would work, because it's like so quick that they have to bring him back up. So maybe they just knew at that point he was dead, so they just had to pull him up, you know? But I was like, if he, God forbid, like had a neck injury and he was alive and he's dangling like this, I'm like, well, you can probably just kill him pulling him up like that. So that could have been different.
Confirmed that
so that's, so I was thinking all that during that scene. So I was like, okay, well, maybe he is freaking dead. And not until they voiced it that I was like, okay, you know. That was terrible. I thought this was wonderfully done. I love the story and just the energy. The soundtrack was wonderful.
Oh, wow, yes.
And Goose's kid, wasn't he cute, Mom?
He was so cute. I love how his parents, like the kid's parents, Goose and Meg Ryan's character, like, I love how like they were just talking all sexy. Not bad, but like the kid wouldn't know. But I'm like, oh my God, your kid's right there. It's like,
oh, he's in a bar too.
Yeah, and he's in a bar at different times.
It is. It was fun.
So do you guys have a favorite character?
They were all good. I'd say I like Goose. I like Maverick too, but Goose, I liked Goose a lot.
I like Charlie and Maverick.
Yes, Charlie. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I love Charlie too. My favorite's Maverick, but I do really like Goose. He's like a second up, like, you know, runner up for me. You have a lot of strong characters and very willful.
Yes.
I did like Iceman too. I like Val Kilmer.
Yes.
That's
and he wasn't that typical bully, like you said.
Yeah, and I judged him right away that he was. Yeah, me too. I really thought he was going to be that guy, you know. And I was like, oh God, I don't want to see this. Not like that, but I was like, I almost eye rolling.
Story like that,
But he was good. He was well rounded. I like Viper too.
Yes.
He was a really good character. We saw a lot of people that we recognized in this, and I was like, hey, and sometimes we can remember the actors' names, and we're like, hey, we saw this person on this before, and we just like label that character, like Back to the Future. But I love all the nicknames the characters have. I think that's so much fun too.
Oh, yes, that's good. Yes.
And it's funny because we saw early on that the lockers had their nicknames on it, but I was like, oh, I didn't realize it said Iceman. I'm like, oh wait, because I just, even though I knew Maverick was a nickname for Mitchell, like I was just laughing because I was like, oh, like, just using that as his actual name, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's right, because it sounds more like an actual name than Iceman and Hollywood and Sunshine, and that was a lot of fun. So guys, thank you so much for requesting this, and we get a lot of like really like mainstream requests all the time, and those usually win our polls. So we're trying to, which we've been doing anyways, but we try to randomly choose something that's less popular in our polls or just requested now and again when we have extra time. And I'm trying to feel out and do other polls on our Patreon page to see if like lower requested movies, you know, can have a chance to win, because again, like we never ignore those requests, but we just get so many. We're pretty consistent with watching about 2 a week now, 2 movies, and that's a lot for us because we're doing a lot of shows too. I don't know how the bigger channels do it. I mean, I know they make a whole lot more and they have a lot more people to help them edit, but we're definitely not there. So I give them a lot of props for that. We work around the clock doing this too, and you guys like to spend so much time reacting with me. We really do have a lot of fun, and hopefully soon we can do more. We'll see. I mean, we have been growing a lot more. Even this year alone, like we do way more than we ever did, probably over double, I would say. Like even last year, we did double of the year before, and pretty awesome.
Right, every year.
Yeah, I'm just amazed. And again, we know this, of course. And if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for watching, and welcome to our channel. And please subscribe if you like us, and thumbs up if you don't mind. That would be awesome. But I'm still like shocked sometimes that like certain movies we haven't seen, and of course like you guys haven't seen anything really besides what's on the channel, and you've heard of like older movies, and you've seen probably clips here and there of older movies, but everything else, like you guys haven't seen anything besides on our channel. And then with me, I've seen animations, and not like all of them, but I've seen a lot of them. And when it comes to action movies and stuff, I really haven't seen much. So it's great that we can actually do this on the channel. Point being, Top Gun is such a huge movie, and a lot of friends in the past would be like, I can't believe you haven't seen that. There's no way you haven't seen that. I'm like, I mean, I feel bad, but I was like, I just never sat down to watch it. I did like my cartoons, and I'm an artist and stuff, but I always kept busy with other stuff. I never just sat down to watch movies like that, and I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with me. But anywho, I'm really happy we watched this. This was a lot of fun.
Me too. Yeah,
we're getting to them now, and I think it's so much fun doing it on the channel, because then we sit down and we get to see each other, and we get to focus on the movie.
Yes.
It's great having the channel sitting down and actually appreciating a movie for what it is, because it sucks like when you really like something, I'm sure you guys have experience with that, where when you like a movie or a show and you want to share that with a family member, but it's hard to get them into it because they won't like dedicate or like sit down for an episode, and they're immediately judging it, and they don't know like how involved it is. So
that's how you were with me. You wanted me to watch movies with you. I'm like, no.
A lot of people like that,
and then
though.
Finally I did, and it was The Revenant. I finally said, okay, we can do it Saturday.
Yeah, because Kim actually chose The Revenant, and we finally got together when we first started this channel, and that was amazing, because honestly, none of us saw that movie before. We were all blind, so I didn't know how bad it was going to be. The only thing we knew about it was we kept saying, like, oh, we know there's a bad bear scene. That's all we knew, remember? And that Leonardo DiCaprio was in it. That was, like, amazing. So that's actually what started us doing reactions, because like,
I was the one always
insane.
telling you, no, honey, I don't want to watch a movie.
Yeah, and it is hard, because even now, like, certain people I know, I get it, that are younger, and I went through that too, where they love to talk about what they're into, and then the adults around them are kind of like they care, but they're like, you know, like, what? Because they're not into it. So it's hard when you have such a love for something and people around you just don't get it. So this is awesome to actually hone in on it and actually be able to discuss things. And so sorry for that rant. It's great that we actually have knowledge about this. So we have a lot of siblings, so it's fun to actually like talk to them about things. Be like, wow, yeah, we know what you're talking about when it comes to like movies and shows now. And then they get excited too, and they're like, where are you on this show? Where are you here? Like, no spoilers, but just tell me where you are, so I can be like, ooh, get excited. Oh wow! So this was a lot of fun. This was really good. I don't know if there's any other movies like this. I don't know if they made sequels or not, but I'm sure you guys will let us know if there are. Maybe there's a 2 and 3. I would like to watch more, you know.
I would.
Yeah, and eventually.
More make Ryan's character too.
I really like her. We haven't seen her on anything on the channel. I have seen her on like random stuff that I, again, never sat down to watch. So, and I'm going to be like, this is such a vague, stupid answer here, but like, I saw her in an Island movie, and I don't even know what she was doing, and I don't even remember who was in it. I just remember saying, was that Meg Ryan? And Ryan's like, yeah. How funny, like, especially when we go back, like, we're going back and forth, like, from the Now movies, from all the way back when, and just seeing the age difference between people. It's just fun to see that, because sometimes you don't recognize someone right away, and you're like, wow, they're so much younger here. And Tom Cruise was so young in this. You know?
Oh, he sure was. He ages well, though. He looks really good.
He does look really good.
Yeah.
So some of you guys know that I used to work in dentistry, and I loved that job. It was a lot of fun, but I was in it forever. And he did have good teeth in this, and I'm not trying to be mean at all, but I remember that people I worked with would actually talk about it and say, like, yeah, he had bad teeth, like in older movies. I didn't even think that watching this, but then once he had the up-close shots of him smiling, I can tell that he had a rotated lateral, and then he had like the centrals that came out more. And but there was nothing wrong with that. There was nothing. I'm not making fun. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But just it's amazing because I've been in that profession for so long that like I just zone in on that, and I was like, holy crap! Like, not that it's bad again, but we see him like with straight teeth. And so a lot of
a beautiful smile.
He does. He absolutely does. And he is a very handsome guy. And I know it's really hot there, but I love it. I don't know if it's an 80s thing or something, but like they were super sweaty all the time. Yeah, and I was thinking when they were flying, I'm like, if you get sweat in your eye, I mean, like, tough it out. Yes, but you can go blind. Like, that can sting you. And
even
you
in
have
the carrier, they were sweating.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, all the time. And then I love the volleyball scene. I'm like, hey, you know. Just like glistening. But it shows you how good Goose is too. Not that you want to label people like that, but how Maverick was like making fun of him and stuff. Like, oh, look at these girls, you can easily get laid here, you know, just joking around. And he's like, no, man, no, you know. But he wore the shirt, so it kind of made me feel like that he was like not a goody-goody, but he was definitely more respectful. So, and again, not a bad thing, but it's just the way I took it, and all the other guys were like, hey. Or maybe it was just like, you know what, sexy guys, let's just have him shirtless. Why not? And they were just so glistening and everything, and it was just awesome. But yeah, so it was definitely really good. I enjoyed it all the way through, and it actually flew by. Flew by. It really did. I got so into it that, and just the power behind these planes too, like taking off, and you have to be so perfect and landing on like this rope. And then going through shock like that.
Hit those cables. You have to clip onto those hooks coming in for our landing.
How accurate. And another thing that freaked me out is, again, this is older, but technology, they have radars and everything, but when you're in the cockpit and you're looking around, like, your vision is limited. Like, yes, you can see around here, but you have like the way that the metal goes around the glass and your helmet's on. Like, I mean, like, yeah, because like maybe here would be kind of blocked, and you're looking around, and so even those metal strips around the glass, like, that might be hard to like block, or even the glare of the sun coming in, any cloud coverage, or just behind you, underneath you, like, and then like just underneath you, if you turn, like, your wings are really wide, so that would, I don't know, so if you tried to like rotate or something, you can like hit someone, and
years and years of it.
Like, it's just so much pressure.
That's why you have to get out there when you're practicing. You have to just get out there. And simulation too. They do simulate it.
It shows you how scary this is, and even in the beginning, when that one guy like quit because he was in such shock of what happened, that he almost killed himself and his like wingman. You know, because they were running out of fuel, and he just zoned out. He just wasn't himself. He was just so freaked out and removed.
Could have been the real deal, and he kept looking at a picture of his family. And I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. But, you know, some people, it makes or breaks you, and even though he was like the top one at the time, like, he knew at that point that, no, it's not worth it.
No, it's not
so he was done. And Maverick, he, of course, like, he started having that too. So I'm glad they showed that as well, because he was, of course, a really good pilot, but for him to be such a go-getter and to risk a lot, to show that he had that in him too. Like, we know he was compassionate, but to be so tough, like, I didn't think they would have him be like that, like the first guy. So I was glad to see that. Holy crap, like, that is a human thing to be like, oh, because he just lost his best friend, and now they're actually in the real deal.
It's almost similar, because they were so good at what they did that when something bad happened or could have happened, like the first guy, that Cougar guy, he's like, oh, I'm not perfect. Something could happen up here.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, very powerful.
Wow,
Bravo.
yes, it is.
Loved it so
Yeah,
much.
very good,
I want to
yes.
keep talking about it. I hope I'm not missing anything, but I really did enjoy this, and everything about it was just perfect. So,
It was
guys,
very
thank you
good,
so much
And
for
the
Awesome.
setting was
requesting
great.
this.
I mean, the
Everything was
houses
awesome.
were really cool, right on the beach, and
Yeah, I love that
it's
too,
good.
because
Far.
even though it wasn't about vacation, it kept making me think that. I don't travel a lot at all, but I just always think like Florida, and I always think like Southern, that, I don't know, I was just
California,
like,
Florida. Yeah.
mhm. I always think of like, oh,
Nice.
vacation, and that's like the only place I've been. That's probably why. Well, I've been
We gotta
like a
get you
couple
out
other
more.
places, but yeah, I've been to Las Vegas, and I did go to England, but that was a
England,
long
yes.
time ago,
Definitely,
so that
yes.
was fun. But other than that, yeah, I don't really get
We'll
out
have to
much.
travel more when things get better.
When things get better,
That's
that would
right.
be great, yeah. So, wow. So, guys, thank you so much for this request. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you very soon as always. Bye, guys!
Thumbs up.
Woohoo! I gotta wear my glasses. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Thumbs
Oh,
up.
I like your aviator glasses.